this video, I'm going to talk about example ACT problems that involve consecutive integers. So if I have integers 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8, these are consecutive integers. There's only one between each one. 4 to 5, there's only 1, 5 to 6, 6 to 7, 7 to 8. Those are just one away from each other. So those are considered consecutive integers. Now if we were to represent these with variables, the first number would be x. Now the next number has to be one away from x, so it'll be x plus 1. The next one would be one more away from the previous one, so it'll be x plus 2. And then x plus 3, and so on. So they're each going to be one away from each other. So to represent consecutive integers, you'll start with x, x plus 1, x plus 2, x plus 3, and so on. So if I look at consecutive even integers, that could be 4, 6, 8, and 10. So each of these are even integers, and they're considered consecutive because they are the next even integers in the number line. If you look at these, from 4 to 6 is by 2, from 6 to 8 is by 2, and from 8 to 10 is by 2. So they're going to be 2 away from each other. So again, the first number would start as x. Now the next even integer would have to be 2 away from x, so it would be x plus 2. And the next one had to be 2 away from the x plus 2 to be x plus 4. And the next one would be x plus 6. So we look at consecutive odd integers. We start at 3. The next odd number would be 5, then 7, and 9. And again, from 3 to 5, 5 to 7, 7 to 9, they're 2 away from each other. So 3 would be represented as x, 5 would be x plus 2 because it's 2 away, and then x plus 4 because it's 2 away from the previous one, and x plus 6. So they're 2 away from each other. So you start with x, it'd be x plus 2, and then plus another 2 to give you x plus 4, and plus another 2 to give you x plus 6. So this is how you represent consecutive integers, consecutive even integers, and consecutive odd integers. So this problem says the sum of 3 consecutive numbers is 39. What is the largest of the 3 numbers? So here they're talking about integers, and these are consecutive integers, and they add up to 39. So 3 consecutive numbers would be x, we're going to add them all together, and then x plus 1, that'll be the next number, and then x plus 2 will be the third number. So x is the first number, x plus 1 is the second number, and x plus 2 is the third number. And these all add up to 39. Now once you have this set up, you can solve it like a regular algebra equation. First you want to add like terms. X plus x plus x is 3x. And 1 plus 2 is 3. So now we have 3x plus 3 is equal to 39. I want to subtract 3 from both sides. So we get 3x is equal to 36. And then divide both sides by 3. So x is equal to 12. So from there, if we have x, that's going to be 12. X plus 1 is going to be 12 plus 1, or 13. And x plus 2 is going to be 12 plus 2, or 14. So the largest of the 3 will be 14. So this one says the sum of 4 consecutive odd numbers is 104. What is the smallest number? So here we have consecutive odd numbers, integers. First one would be x. Second one would be x plus 2. Third one would be x plus 4. And the fourth one, x plus 6. And these are all going to add up to 104. So again, I want to combine like terms and get to x, 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 and x, so 4x. Then add the numbers 2, 4, and 6, which would be 12. So we got 4x plus 12 equals 104. And then we can solve this like any regular, linear equation. So I'm going to subtract 12 from both sides. That gives me 4x equal to 92. And then divide both sides by 4. And x is equal to 23. So again, the x is 23, so that's our first number. 23 plus 2 is 25. And 23 plus 4 is 27. And 23 plus 6 is 29. So the smallest of our 4 consecutive odd numbers is 23. Now this one says, what is the sum of 3 consecutive even integers whose mean is 22? So this is going to be x plus 2 plus x plus 4. Now this is kind of a trick question because we have 3 numbers. There would be a difference of 2 between each one because they're consecutive even integers. The mean would be the middle one. Okay, because if I add these 3 together and divide by 3, I'm going to get the middle term. So the middle term is really 22. The one before has to be 2 less, so 20. And the third one will have to be 2 more than 22 to give you 24. And if you add those together, you get 66. So here you have to recognize that of 3 consecutive even integers, the middle one would be the mean. Now this really only works when you have an odd number of numbers. We have 3 here. We had 4. The mean would be the average of the 2 middle numbers. This one says, which of the following is equivalent to the sum of any 3 consecutive odd integers, x, y, and z, such as x is less than y and y is less than z. So that basically means that x is the smallest, z is the biggest number, and y is in the middle of those two. Our answer choices are 3z, 3y, 3x, 3x plus 2, x plus y plus z, or 3. That last one would be just the average of those 3, so that wouldn't be the sum of all 3. Now remember, we have x plus 2 plus x plus 4, and that would be 3x plus 6. And that is not one of our answer choices, so if we look here, remember we said before that the middle term, in this case y, would be the average of all 3 numbers. Just for example, if I had 3 plus 5 plus 7, I'm going to divide it by 3. We get 8 and 7 is 15. 15 divided by 3 is 5. So if you add up 3 consecutive odd integers, the mean of those would be the middle term. So then the sum of those can be just 3 times the middle term, which is y. So our answer choice B, where we have 3y, would be the correct answer. So I hope this video helped you out. You should be able to solve problems that involve consecutive integers, consecutive odd integers, and consecutive even integers. Remember to replace each number with the variable, either x and x plus 1, x plus 2, or if they're even or odd, it'd be x, the next one would be x plus 2, and x plus 4, and so on.